Are you trying to turn on your TV with your gaming console or your Apple TV and it takes you to this screen instead of taking you straight to this screen, for example? Okay? Today I'm going to tell you what the issue is and how to solve it. Okay? So the reason why it takes you to the screen that I showed you first is actually because you are using the Vita TV. Okay. What I mean by that is that you are using one of these apps, using the TV remote. And when you use one of these apps, so for example, I will go into, let's go for the NBA. Okay. And then I turn off the TV. As soon as you turn off the TV, if you decide, hey, I'm going to turn on the Apple TV, what's going to happen is it's going to take you to this screen instead of going to the HDMI. Okay? Now the way to solve this is to first off not use this remote, okay? And basically only use the HDMI devices. Now, you may say, hey, I do not use any of these apps and I only use the Apple TV and my consoles. The issue there would be actually something that came with the update, because many of you, myself, said, hey, this issue only started when the update happened. And the reason for that is because they added something called Vida Art. Okay? Now, the way to solve this issue, well, the reason the issue occurs is because Vida Art shows up, and this is an app within the TV. So if Vida Art shows up before your TV turns off alone, it will show up to Vida Art. So what you want to do is basically go to this setting, the advanced setting, and go to the Vida Art setting, and you can't turn it off, which is a shame, but there's a solution around this, is to put it at 20 minutes and then go to the what is it called, timer settings, okay, and go to the auto standby with no signal to 15 minutes, okay, so that when you're when, for example, you decide, hey, I'm going to turn off my Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch decides, I'm not going to turn off the TV. And I believe so does the PlayStation. I'm not too sure, but I know that the Nintendo Switch doesn't. Okay? So in that case, if I leave it on standby, it will go for 15 minutes and it won't switch to Vida Art. And it will turn off without opening Vida Art, which will cause it to basically, okay, close absolutely normally. So if we do that, okay, I turned on the Nintendo Switch, okay, and then let's say I decide to turn it off, or if it automatically turns off, okay, I won't have a problem even turning on the Apple TV. Okay, let's just turn on the Apple TV. See, it will switch to the Apple TV and it'll be all good. And likewise with the Apple TV, if I do the other way around, it'll be absolutely fine. Okay, I hope that this helped you. And yeah, I tested it out for a week before I uploaded this and I haven't had any issues. And yeah, the main culprit is probably the Vida Art. So just by turning off Vida Art, you should be good. Or not turning it off, but moving it to 20 minutes.